years ago, he was a teen idol. Today, he is still going strong, still popular. In an industry filled with one-hit wonders, Bobby Vinton is an anomaly.
Tonight won't be just any night. Tonight I sing my song just for you.
His melodies are catchy, the lyrics simple, and for Bobby Vinton, that is a recipe that has lasted, much to even his own surprise.
Some are new, some are blue.
I can't believe they're as good as they are. I mean, today they really sound good to me. When I recorded these songs, I had no idea that they would last for 40 years and that they would still sound good to me.
Well, you know, what strikes me is watching you in performance. Your eyes are gleaming as though it was the first time you ever sang Roses Are
It's
Red.
happiness. I'm
Still?
a happy person.
Even though you've sung it 250,000 times in your life.
But when I see an audience and I see that look in their eye that I'm giving them a song that they remember and they grew up to as part of their life, then it makes me feel good, and it just, I never get tired of performing.
Roses are red, my love. Oh, violets are blue.
It's just magic. Some people love to perform and are hams, and I'm a ham.
Although the stage might seem like home for Bobby, his real home is here on the Gulf Coast. He fell in love with the area years ago when he came to Sarasota to perform at the Van Wezel.
And I called my wife and I says, "You won't believe the weather down here." I think it was January, February. I says, "I can smell that Gulf breeze. It's warm down here. The people are wonderful." I says, "I really love it down here."
Bobby was born in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania, son of a local band leader, Stan Vinton, and mother Dorothy, who paid him $1/4 an hour to practice his clarinet.
I went to church every week, was a Boy Scout, was an altar boy, I went to college, I did my homework. I mean, I did everything that I thought you were supposed to do.
Weaned on big band sounds, young Bobby was groomed to become a serious musician, not a love song balladeer.
I play the saxophone, the trumpet, the clarinet, the piano, the guitar. I went to Duquesne University, studied music, majored in music.
After college, he landed a contract with Epic Records and was determined to become the young Glenn Miller. But the record label had other ideas.
Nobody wanted big bands anymore. They wanted curly-haired teenage idols. So the record company was dropping me, and he says, "It's over with for you." I said, "How can I be over with? I'm 20-some years old, and my career's over with."
As he sat in an office waiting to be fired, he found a stack of reject records. One song there caught his ear and gave him an idea that would change his life.
I said, "Look, cut me as a singer." I says, "There's a song you're throwing away. To me, it sounds like a #1 record. Roses are red, my love.
Violets are blue.
He recorded Roses Are Red and Mr. Lonely, a song he had written during a brief stint in the Army.
Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely.
I recorded both of them back to back in about 15 minutes. I mean, you know, today Michael Jackson takes like 6 years to make an album or something like that. I sang it one time, each song one time, and that was it.
As Roses Are Red climbed the charts to #1 in 1962, Bobby quickly shifted roles from band leader to teenage heartthrob.
I love the way you always treat me tenderly.
His sweet, good guy popularity remained constant throughout the 60s, despite some bad guy competition.
Radio stations could play what they wanted to play, so it gave everybody an opportunity. That's why in the 60s, so many great artists came along with so many great records, because the record spoke for itself. Today, the videos kind of sell the music rather than the music.
Then in 1974, he captivated an entirely new audience, and he made a bit of history by releasing a single sung partially in Polish.
My melody melody of love. That was a happening. That wasn't even a hit record. That was a happening for the Polish people, ethnic pride.
The idea for the song came from his mother, Dorothy.
And my mother came to the show. She says, "You're singing in every language."
If you sing all the other nationalities, people like that, you ought to sing one of your own nationality.
But I says, "Mom, there are no Polish songs that if I sing, people are going to clap and sing along to." She said, "Pisaj ty głupie, pisaj."
Well, write about something that happens with you, how you feel towards people. And that's what he did.
So I wrote, at the request of my mother, My Melody of Love.
Moja droga, ja cię kocham.
My Melody of Love. #1 million seller.
The song opened doors to other areas of entertainment. He was asked to host a TV variety show. He starred in 2 John Wayne movies.
You'll do them all the same.
You mean like talking up for me in Tucson?
They were wrong.
Not if I ain't all the things you think I am. Not if I turn and run.
You won't. You're gonna spend the rest of your life getting up one more time and you're knocked down. So you better start getting used to it.
I never met a finer man than John Wayne. I have nothing but the biggest respect for him.
In 1986, the so-called Polish Prince was once again en vogue when David Lynch prominently featured his signature song in a disturbing film, Blue Velvet.
She wore blue velvet.
It became the very hip movie, and then I became very hip because of Blue Velvet.
The single was resuscitated by a generation barely born when it came out the first time.
From the start.
And they thought I was somebody new and somebody different, which goes to show you that a hit record can stay around for a long time and be accepted by many generations.
Bobby loves arranging and writes fresh arrangements for his old familiar hits. To him, that keeps them ever new.
I'm going over better today than I did 20 years ago. So I think in my case, I've stayed around so long that I've kind of come back into being different and special.
When did they grow to be such beauties? When did he grow to be so tall?
One thing is different. He is no longer Mr. Lonely on stage, with his 3 daughters, oldest son Robbie, and mother Dorothy proudly by his side.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the years.
Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think.
Yes, that's the same mom who used to bribe him to practice his clarinet.
You're still in the peak as years.
I always thought families were square, especially when you think of Bobby Vinton. He's got to be a square and not the in guy and so forth. And so I'm delighted to see that there's still an America out there that likes wholesome family entertainment, that it's not a bad word. And there's a shot. We still may make it.
Does the word retirement mean anything to you?
Well, I've retired many times, and every time I go to retire, I'll go out and do a show, and the people all tell me it's the best show they've seen. So how can I retire when there's still an audience out there that wants my form of entertainment?
More than you ever know.
If I thought it was over with and I wasn't pleased with anyone, I wouldn't want to force myself on anyone. But like I say, it's better today than it's ever been when I had to hit records.
She wore blue velvet, but in my heart they'll always be.
Back in his 20s, he was a young pop star. Now, in his 60s, he is maybe better than ever. Bobby Vinton, still singing his true colors.
And I still can see blue velvet.